What you gonna spend your gold, Margarita? Champagne and oysters?
Sounds good.
Latest fashions from Paris? I'm gonna rent a woman and let her have a bath in champagne. With your permission. I don't know if I'm doing this right. A whole lot of scenery. Hi, we're going to try something different today. We're actually going to try gold panning, even though we're both complete novices at it. We're just outside the town of Hope, British Columbia, with the Fraser River in the background. Coquihalla running into the Fraser just over there. The whole waterfront here is a recreational gold pan reserve. So there's open to the public. Anybody can gold pan here. The rules are that you're only allowed to use a gold pan and a hand shovel. No sluice boxes or rocker boxes, pickaxes, anything like that. So we're going to see if we can find anything. The Fraser is famous for having gold pretty well everywhere in trace amounts. We're looking for placer, gold, which is just gold mixed with gravel, and a specific type called flood gold, which should be very fine, and it's renewed every year. It comes down with the floods in the spring. So we're looking forward to see if we could just find enough to show on the photograph. We'll see how we do. We're such rookies at this that our gold pan still has the barcode on it and not a scratch inside. A whole lot of scenery though.
Rippled spots here?
I don't know. St. Patrick's Day, so we're hoping to find a whole pot of gold here. Right, Rita?
Right.
I'm a rookie at this. I'm sure somebody will say I'm doing it wrong. I got to admit, I'm not 100% sure what I'm doing here. But if the gold is heavier than the surrounding sand, and they swirl it around enough, it'll sink down. Well, we both got gold on our first pans, but they're just such tiny specks.
Yeah.
They're almost...
about 5 or 6, but to try and isolate them. Oh, there's a...
They're like little grains of flour. I don't think they're going to show up on our... Oh.
You have to catch them in the light.
Yeah,
sunlight.
that's right. Oh well. We'll try some more. Rita's been panning the actual sand bar here, and I've been digging out behind the larger rocks. My theory being, they would have back eddies. Somebody dug a big hole behind this one. But my last pan didn't have really anything. So what do you think, sweetie?
It's fun. Nice day to be out.
Somebody else has been digging here, but didn't fill their hole back in. So that's what we'll do. Still looks like a good spot. There, right here. Little hole here. Right down in here. If I was gold, I would live here. Let's see what's in that pan. So there's a number of these recreational panning reserves in BC, and the ones on the Fraser are this one here at Hope, and then the next one further up is at Yale, the waterfront at Yale, and then farther up from there there's one in Lillooet, and then the I'd have to look on the map. But I know that the waterfront in Quesnel, where the Quesnel River meets the Fraser, both sides, the waterfront along the Quesnel River there, and the Fraser River are a recreational panning reserve. I'll put a link to the panning reserve site map in the video description. In the meanwhile, I have to make some money. And quite frankly, I still don't know what I'm doing. Pan number 2. I got what looks like 3 little tiny flakes on the first pan. They're so small that they hardly, I don't know if I would show up on my camera. We'll wait till the end of the day and see what our accumulation is. I remember when we're up in the Yukon, the gold dredge number 4 in Dawson City, when we took the tour, they said the majority of the gold that these big, it was like 4-story sluice machine, the lady said the majority of the gold they got was finer than flour. They would have a big colander sort of sieve down the center of the thing to separate the gold, and it got progressively finer. So they would they have coconut fiber mats that the runoff washed through, and at the end of each shift they would wash out the coconut fiber mats to get the flour fine gold. In September we did a canoe trip from Hope to Agassiz with a group of people, and 2 of them were professors. One was a fisheries biologist, and another guy was not a hydrologist, but his specialty was how river channels changed through time. There was a specific term for it, but I can't remember what it was. But they both said that between just below Hope and before Agassiz, there's about 40 kilometers of prime spawning gravel that didn't traditionally used to be there, and it's their opinion that it was the tailings, the washout from the Fraser Canyon gold rush, 1850s, 1860s, basically working its way downstream over the 150 years or so and forming prime salmon spawning habitat. The gravel just sort of a conveyor belt that gets washed down. And also flood gold. What we're looking for here is the fine gold that gets washed down every year and deposited in the first 6 inches or so during the spring freshet, which hasn't quite started here yet because the river's super low. It's St. Patrick's Day, but May, June, the river is, oh, what do you say, Rita, like 10 meters higher? It's, yeah. Yeah. I don't know if I'm doing this right. Whole lot of scenery. The theory being, it's, you know, right just on the downstream edge of the boulders, just up against the base. I guess with high water, the water comes rushing through here, and there's little back eddies behind the boulders. So, sort of, it's almost like a sluice box, like a natural sluice box. Downstream from the little sandbar there, I walked down there. It's not very good because there's a back eddy. It comes back and it's just all mud. Even though there's a big rock down there, it's... I'll take this out to the depths. But that was the best do a pre-sieve here. Just so the smaller stuff goes down. There we go. Anything interesting there? Oh. So did you have fun?
It was great.
Yeah, for our very first ever gold panning and novices, I just wanted to get something to photograph. I didn't think we'd find anything worth keeping. But the unexpected thing was it's fun. It's very mesmerizing, relaxing. It's almost like you get into a little Zen mode while you're just swirling, right?
That will disappear once we head back down the freeway.
Yeah. But no, it's a nice hobby. I'll put a link to the recreational gold panning sites along the Fraser here and throughout the province. So you don't need a license. You're limited to just using a gold pan and a hand shovel. But anybody can come and try their hand at panning for gold. And it's very fine, flowery gold, but we actually got some. So, and it's a lot more relaxing than I thought.
I wanted the gold and I got it. Came out with a fortune last fall. Yet somehow life's not what I thought it. And somehow the gold isn't all.